Yes, sir.
So seeing that you've been a YouTuber for
Do I
quite
look
some time.
fat?
Yes. I'm just kidding. No.
Start your
So-
freaking podcast. Podcast.
Podcast?
Start your freaking podcast.
How to start it? How to start it? Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Sure Game On podcast. I'm your host, Ryden, and today's guest needs no introduction. He is the host and the founder of Rebel Squad and Rebel Squad Tech, an entrepreneur, a former streamer known as MrPopoleh, and the driving force behind everything we do here. Nauman, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me on my own show.
On your own show?
Yes.
This is a weird episode because
Yes.
you are usually sitting here.
Yes.
Right.
How do you feel?
How do I feel? I've sat here the previous episode when you were on leave.
Yeah. So now you're taking over.
And I don't know, but how does it feel for you to be there?
Normal? It's just from the left to right now.
But I mean, you've been on camera countless times now, right?
Yes.
To be used to it, right? All right. So today is definitely an episode that is not normal. We don't have like. You are a content creator, that is for sure, but we don't have like a special guest today on the show.
So I'm not special?
No, you are literally the founder of this company. Right.
Yes, okay.
So I've also come to realize in the time that I've been working with you that there hasn't been like you have Rebel Squad, Rebel Squad Tech. You used to have Rebel Squad Gaming, which is still around, but we just haven't had content being up.
Yep.
All of these channels and even on social media, you haven't really talked about how Rebel Squad came about. That is going to be what we're going to kick off the podcast with. What inspired you to start Rebel Squad? Bring us through a bit of history, like maybe even tell us about how you were called MrPopoleh and why not Mr. Popular?
All right. So, I mean, it's going to be a long story then if you want to know everything about it. During COVID days, everybody was starting playing games, spending a lot of time at home, right? So same as I was doing the same thing. I used to play games, especially the Counter-Strike, with my friends. We are 4 or 5 of us. I think 4 of us. Yeah.
Okay.
But we all live in different countries. So one was in US, one was in Malaysia, I was in Singapore, one was in Pakistan, and one was in traveling around the world. So, but it was always very hard to get like a timing correct, but we still managed to do it because everywhere was lockdown and all that. So we decided like play almost every single day Counter-Strike. Then one of our friends mentioned that, okay, why don't we live stream this? Because everybody is doing live streaming at that time, right? And a lot of people were getting a lot of money and fame and everything. So it's okay, sure, why not? So that's why we started doing that. And that's why it's called Rebel Squad, because we were like 4 or 5 of us. And
Were you a bunch of rebels or something?
yeah. So what we wanted to do, why we wanted to call it Rebel Squad, like we wanted to do like a different way, like any other people were doing. Like we just want to be like hang out for fun and just do in our own way and everything. So that's why I think it was like more rebellious that time of how we want to do it. So we decided to go ahead with that. We created the channel. We created the Facebook, especially the Facebook. We were only on Facebook that time. And we started live streaming. And but then, of course, there were the ups and downs of like timings, and it was getting harder and harder for us to like stick together for the live streams at the same time. So what we decided, okay, let's create our own channels, and then we entertain our audience, whatever we have, in our own way, in our own channels. So the name of the Rebel Squad, it was given by my other friend who suggested this name, but then I requested that can I keep it, because I was the one who created the channel and everything on Facebook, and I was the one who was live streaming, and then they were all joined my gameplay and all that. So that's how it's all started. So that's the story behind the name of Rebel Squad, why it's called Rebel Squad. But now I just left with one person and my group of content creators or friends, which I do things. So I call them a squad members. So if you are inside one, then you are the Rebel Squad.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how it came about, and we started with live streaming. And then if you ask about the MrPopoleh, it's another long story. Let's skip on that part. That's some of the. It was way before then we started.
Oh, so it was a name you got before Rebel Squad?
Yes, my personal Instagram also called MrPopoleh.
Okay.
Yeah.
But why Facebook streaming though?
That
Because like during COVID, I started streaming during COVID. That was on Twitch.
Yeah.
Right? So I thought like Facebook, I didn't know Facebook had a market for gaming stream?
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, definitely my background was from Pakistan also,
Right,
and the
right.
friends all were in from Pakistan, and we all know that these countries mostly were very familiar with Facebook, not even YouTube, not even Twitch. Twitch, you don't even know what Twitch is that
Right.
time. A lot of people don't know about Twitch there, but now, of course, everybody knows Twitch is a main platform for everything for streaming. So, but the Facebook were also very accessible, and then we do have packages on our mobile contracts. Like when you buy a mobile or SIM card and you buy a data, the data only allow you for the Facebook and or YouTube or something like that. That time I think YouTube or even was banned in Pakistan or something. So our main audience was from Pakistan that time, where we were even streaming in our language in Urdu. So that's why we choose to go for Facebook. Later I got to know that Philippines and all these things, they still don't have those kind of packages where you can have every social media platform you can access. I think now might have, but that time they told me, some of the followers which we had, they said we have a package only to watch on Facebook, not on YouTube or not on any other
Oh, I
platform.
didn't know that was a thing for other countries.
Yes, there are different packages for different
Oh,
countries. Yes.
okay.
So that's why we chose Facebook to stream on.
Interesting. And how many followers did you get from streaming on Facebook? Think you said it was about like what, 100K?
Yes, no, not 100K.
36, or was
we had in the very start, I suddenly go like 10 to 11,000 followers within like 15 to 20 days. Yeah, and it was growing fast. Yeah, it was good
Okay, sounded like a good. I mean, COVID was the peak period
for most
where
of us.
yeah, because everyone's at home, watching their tablets, PCs, and all that. So, meaning after Rebel Squad and the whole streaming stuff kicked off, you started this company,
Yes.
Cliff Digital Media.
Yes.
And now Cliff Digital Media is a full-fledged company, and we're also creating content for Rebel Squad still, as we are a media agency that we do like many other things, right? Website, video production, and all that stuff. So what was the early vision behind Cliff Digital Media? And yeah, how did you transition,
Okay.
right, from being a content creator and then now business owner and content creator?
Okay. When I started live streaming right on Facebook, within a very few couple of weeks, I started to realize that there was like a huge gap in the market, especially for Singapore side, that there are a lot of hobby people, like as a hobbyist, they were like, it's their hobby to like play games and all these things, but not really anyone who I came across who were like really full-fledged, full-timer in the streaming. Everybody was saying the same thing. Oh, because it's the COVID and we don't have anything else to do, so we just started to do the live streams and all that, and or we just like whatever we were passionate about as a hobbyist of doing live streams. Now we take it as a full time for now. But later on, we knew that, like, of course, I knew that, of course, when our jobs will started to go back to office and all these things, then how to manage all this. So when I saw that gap, like I thought about it. What if I do it full time? And I saw there was a lot of in the very starting of my streaming career, I started to get some sponsorships and some good brand deals which I worked on, and I was like, wow, actually it's not bad. You can still play games, do live streamings, and can still make money. So I decided, okay, I wanted to start my own business while doing this. But then, of course, I was working full time. COVID started to come down. We started to go back to offices and all these things. Then I still wanted to continue, and I streamed for 9 months every single day without losing a single day. I didn't even took an off day.
You don't get burnout?
I do, but it was so much fun. I was talking to these people, the chats and all these things was so much fun. I managed to make such a good friends from different countries and all these things. That was the one thing keeping me like, let's go, let's do this full time. Morning I was working. Every night I start stream like 4-5 hours for every single night for 9 months. So, but then when I started to see the sponsorship and all this kind of stuff, I realized that, okay, this can be turned into a full-time gig. And it was risky. I left my job and I started that. But I know I will not be able to do if I'm just keep doing live streaming, because live streaming requires a lot of effort, time. You like to have, I think if you really want to become a very good live streamer, you have to, first of all, my issue was you have to stick with one game.
Yeah.
To create that audience.
It's always a niche creator.
Yes, I was playing Mobile Legends day night. But I was not enjoying it anymore because I wanted to try other games. I like car racing games, I like FPS games. But then whenever I go to other game, a lot of viewership drop downs because then they ask you, please play Mobile Legends, we want to join you in the game and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, okay, what will be the option? Like if I quit my job, I do this full time, and I want to be a variety streamer, and start a business. But then if people wants to, or the audience want to stay with one of the game, I can have other people in my squad who can play those games, and then I can play other games or do other things as well at the same time. So that's make me decide to go and start my own business. But then the problem was like I wanted to register a business as Rebel Squad, but then business as a Rebel Squad name was like a little bit weird, you know. And there were some companies with that name.
Didn't sound serious or something.
Yeah,
like
not
that,
very
right?
professional in that way.
Yeah.
So that's why I choose the name of Cliff Digital Media to translate it. Yeah,
Why Cliff?
I like mountains. That mountains digital media will be very bad. So that's why I choose Cliff. Now people think my name is Cliff, Mr. Cliff. Every time I receive a call, they say, Mr. Cliff, how are you? I was like, no, I'm not Mr. Cliff, but never mind. Yes, go ahead.
I mean, somehow the name stuck. Now the name feels.
Yeah, short form we use CDM, right?
Yeah, CDM. Yeah, roll calls of CDM.
CDM. I couldn't get a domain of CDM, so yeah.
Like when you first started Cliff Digital Media, I understand you ran a pretty tight ship as well, right? So, me working for you now, I can also safely say that it is not your usual like corporate office. The culture here is very different. Everyone works closely. I wouldn't say family, right?
Nah.
But it's more of like a very cohesive environment where everything you do plays a part.
Yes.
In the growth of yourself and the company. So when you started, right, building your team, what were you looking for? What did you look for? And was this culture what you hoped to achieve when you first started?
First thing, I always wanted to have my company in a different way, that because I'm myself sometimes like to play around, like have fun, do this, do
Yeah, he's a
that.
joker.
I'm like a joker in the company. Only in the company, in the house, I'm different. A very quiet person, I guess. But yeah, why I've always been like that? Because in my previous jobs also, I was like that. Even I was an employee in another company, but I like to have a joke around with friends or all the colleagues and all that. That's my personality is. So I thought I decided my company has to have that kind of culture where we can work as friends. A lot of people say, oh, we're family and all these things. Maybe people might not be agree with me, but I don't believe on this, that we are not family. Definitely we are not. What we can be friends where we are working. And I think friendships goes a long, long way. And there are ups and downs, and you can't expect your colleagues to be there 24/7 in your ups and downs, or you cannot be there in their ups and downs. So that's why I don't consider it as a family. But as a friend, whatever you can do for your colleagues, it's more fun that way. So that's how I decided the culture of my company have to be like not very corporate, more chill, because we're creative people, right? So we do a lot of creative stuff for ourselves and for our clients as well. So I decided, okay, we should have that kind of a culture where when you wake up in the morning and you said, I want to go to work today. Not like, oh man, today again. So that kind of culture, I know you cannot achieve 100% of every single thing, but this is kind of a culture I live for and I do as well. And that's what makes us a little bit different than other companies and the content creators, that we do this kind of a thing in our office, as you all know, I guess. You know, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what we are going through right now. I saw even I'm looking at the soundman behind Jans. Also, yeah, he's nodding his head.
Sound companions.
Soundman behind Jans.
There's no one behind him.
Can you hear yourself? Okay, nice. Okay. No, but yeah. So I have been fortunate enough, I guess, that so far everywhere that I've worked, the culture has been about the same as here in Cliff, right? But it's always usually within our own department.
Yeah.
Right? So when I was an animator, my animation department, my boss in the animation department was like you, really chill and everything, because like you said, we are creatives.
Yeah.
And they all understood that, sometimes we just need to have fun a bit, And in my previous workplace, same thing. It was also a very departmental thing, right? Where the people within the department always have fun and everything.
Yeah.
But so here it's very different because you are my boss.
Yeah.
And then here we are.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I guess I'm lucky, right? In the sense that
Are you looking
with
for a
my
raise or
jobs.
something?
No, what?
Are you looking for a raise or something?
Oh,
Saying good things on the podcast. We'll talk about in your performance review.
you can agree, right? Right, exactly. So he's
Okay.
nodding his head. Right?
All
So
right.
did you want to give him a raise?
He's nodding all the way. So okay, go on.
But yeah, you just threw me off, man.
He's saying such a good things about the company and me. Wow.
To be fair, this has been said off camera.
Oh yeah,
Right?
true.
Okay, so this is something that
Lucky me, I have good
you've already
colleagues.
known off camera. Culture has been established, right? But how many years has it been?
4 plus
4 years. And in those 4 years, how has that culture and system worked for you or did not work for you? Like, what were the pros and the cons? And like, because I would think you have to build and start the company from somewhere and nothing will be perfect at the start, right?
Yeah.
So what were some of the challenges that you faced with this?
There were many. It's been 4 years. We have seen there was a time we have like our squad members, like 40 plus squad members. We had like talents.
You call your employees squad members?
Not the employees, but the talents I'm talking
okay.
about. Like, but they will consider as like a part-time, or like we have interns, we have part-timers, we have full-timers, we have squad members. So that was a peak time when we started, and it was going very well. But having that kind of a culture also doesn't fit for everyone. Of course, you can become friends with everybody you want to, but when it comes to work and professionalism, sometimes there are things maybe you demand more. Yeah, there are definitely some pros and cons of having this kind of culture. There was a time when we are like, every day was like a party. At the end of the day, like sometimes they just come and hang out and all these things. This culture helped to make very, very good friends. There are so many people that we are still friends. I'm still friends with. But then, of course, there is this part of it that it doesn't fit for not everybody. At the time being, people do enjoy it, but I think for the long run, if you have that kind of culture, it definitely affects in terms of work, your timelines, sometimes, I want to be happy every single day. I don't know why, but I got to understand not everybody is coming happily every single day. Like sometimes people are going through their personal issues. Sometimes people not getting what they need from their work or job scope or the what you call your progress and all these things. So because I was new as a business owner, of course, definitely did a lot of mistakes over the time. Like not the mistakes, but it's the experience which I don't had at that time to how to balance this with this kind of a culture, and also looking and listening to the colleagues which I have. Sometimes I did not see that I was overdoing things. Being too nice also not very good. Being too harsh also not very good. So you always have to find that balance thing or level. So over the time that, I did learn that. Then we have, as I said, we have a big company, then we have a small company, then we have a very big office. Now we are in a small office. So over the time, learn different things and applying different things based on the culture while still keeping the backbone of like what I wanted my company to be. The other thing I look for is that my whole motive of having this whole Rebel Squad or Cliff Digital Media is that I always say that I been doing this and I see there is a lot of gap in the market. As I said earlier, you can definitely make a good living out of that. It's not easy, but you can definitely make a good living out of that. So whoever is not fortunate enough to have the sponsorships or to have the equipment, to have the platform to work on. So my motive was always to give this platform to other people like interns, part-timers or talents, come and collaborate with me and use my resources and build something for yourself. It worked for some people, but it does not really work for everybody. But everybody came to join me. I thought they will become a content creator. But again, I miscalculated some of the people that maybe their motive was not to become a content creator, but looking for a very stable or very long-term job or a better salaries and all these things. So those are the things I learned over the experience. So these are the challenges I would say I have came across, learned from it, and still learning and moving forward.
Sounds like a journey for the past, how many years? 4?
4.5, something like that. Yeah. The learning process will never end. Trust me.
I mean, seeing that you had to start somewhere,
Yeah.
I guess it would take some time to get used to
Yeah.
stuffs, lah, right?
I mean,
and human behavior.
Yeah, if people know me on the personal level, they know where I came from, right? How I tried my best to build something. I always say, when I can do it, you can do it as well, and everybody say that. But I truly believe on this, that I mean, I have no knowledge about cameras last time. I have no knowledge about content creation. I have no knowledge about creativity. I'm a software developer. I build websites. I build software. That was my biggest skill. But I turned into this now. So can be done. What?
Which brings us to the next point, right? Next question.
Yes.
Like, how do you balance out being a business owner and at the same time a content creator? So basically the creative side of things and then the business side of things, right?
The best answer for that will be this, that as I said earlier, I can't do it by myself all alone. So I've been fortunate enough in last 4.5 years to have good colleagues and a very good team. Always have very creative people who help me balance these things between. And I don't see this content creation as a hobby or anything. As I said, it's my business. I run it as a business. That's how we balance it. As you know, our company does a lot of different things. We do social media for our clients, we do for ourselves, and we also build softwares on the side and websites and all these
Websites, video productions,
graphic design, social
yeah.
media management.
So hit us up, guys, if you need something for your business.
Promotion. Free promotion here. Yeah.
Mid-roll ads.
Yeah. In short, that is all the elements which we have in our services. I'm fortunate enough to have right people at the right time to help me balance this for me and my company.
I wanted to bounce your joke back at you.
Yeah.
I wanted to say, are you looking for a raise? But I just realized you are paying me. And now you are singing praises of your workers.
Yeah.
Right.
Show your hard work. If this podcast hits 1,000 likes?
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. No.
If this podcast hits 1,000 likes, I will give you $1,000 and give Jens $1,000.
Okay, 1,000 likes, please, guys. Thank you.
Shit, that's a $2,000. 2,000 likes.
Which brings us to another point.
Why everything brings you to another point?
Because this is content strategy, right? So you've been a YouTuber for like how many? 4 years, I would assume. Same timing
YouTuber
as
is around 3.5 years.
3.5 years. Yeah. So what have you learned from doing content creation from YouTube, and then now slowly going into Instagram, TikTok? What have you learned about like content strategies based on, because strategies change with the times, right?
Yep.
Different things trend differently. Take us through what
I
you've
think
learned through the years.
every platform have their own ways of promoting your content, right? Okay, if you're looking for a freedom, this is my personal opinion, okay? If you're looking for a freedom in your content creativity, right, you use YouTube. You have a lot of ways to express in your videos. There's a long form without hooks and all that kind of stuff. You can go ahead and then do whatever you want to on YouTube. You're doing daily vlogging, you're doing unboxings, you're doing reviews, whatever. YouTube gives you that freedom. And the audience understand that part in YouTube algorithms, that, okay, my creator, which I follow, will be doing some different stuff. So they'd still stick with you. Facebook, older generation is on Facebook, right? So they like the stuff which is like, if you see on the Facebook, we usually see videos like people are building swimming pool, cooking, or doing catching fish, or all these videos have like millions and millions and millions of views. Why? Because these are the things old people or my age group, or they like to share this around with their friends and family, right? My dad shares, my mom shares a lot of stuff, right? A recipe she saw, she shared in a family group chat or whatever. So Facebook is that kind of audience we get, and that kind of a strategy you need to work on based on the platform. Instagram, we all know, nicer videos, very polished version of yourself and all that kind of stuff. TikTok, anything funny within the hook, within 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, if you grab it. So that's how we plan our strategies. So, but what we are usually doing is like, because we are mostly heavily leaning towards YouTube always, because of the way we want to express in our videos or the reviews or content and all that. So then we don't like really follow the algorithms of other platforms. We just try to adopt whatever we have done in the YouTube side. We strategize in a way that, okay, if you have to take out a clip from that video to post on Facebook and YouTube, or I mean the TikTok, so it can be utilized. So that's how you strategize and plan. I'm telling you the people who actually strategize and plan for me. So I don't know where it's going. Okay, yeah. Yes, next question, please.
Right. So over the years, you've worked with like many brands. Like even as of now, we're still working with many clients, brands, and stuff like that. So how has the support been like over the years?
I must say that, of course, there are different elements in when you talk about support, like which level support you're looking for and which support is coming from which side. First of all, of course, there's audience, the people who watch us, who enjoy our content and all that. So I think I've been lucky. The internet is a very wild area for every content creator out there. There are people who likes you, there are people who hate you, there are people like do a lot of things to you as well. So in that sense, the support so far, what I have seen, I think in these last 4 years of doing content creation, I still managed to keep that image or avoided that kind of a controversy or any other thing that which leads towards like a negative support. I've been very, very blessed in that way from the support from our audience. They've been always very nice and very, very respectful. I don't know, somehow I'm lucky in that area. The second level of support is, of course, to run it as a business or your daily life thing. I think without the brand support, like I have such amazing people I have worked with in Singapore, outside Singapore, and I can say as much as I thank them, it will not be enough. I have represented bigger brands also as their brand ambassador. I have represented smaller brands also and helped them grow their business also, while they help me grow their business as well. They help me grow my business as well. So without their support, I think it's very, very hard for any content creator. This is one thing we need to actually understand, that as a content creator, you're not just getting paid. Somebody is trusting you with their brand to shown on your platform, and how you portray it. It's not about money. It's not about all these things. They are paying you just for your service, but at the end of the day, they're still trusting you with their own product and all these things. If it's a good product, I think it's our what you call it's our responsibility as a content creator to support them as well at the same time. So that level of support, if you're getting from the brands, I think it's very, very helpful in any content creator's journey, even you are doing as a hobby or are running as a full-time business as well. And the third support is always the people you work with in creating this content. We know that nowadays the quality of the content becomes very, very big thing. Everybody looks for a lot of quality of the videos and how your production has been done. So earlier I was talking about the colleagues and all that, you guys. So it's very important to have a support from that as well. So I think it's been amazing so far and a very good experience.
Right. So what advice, right, would you have for people who are, because Singapore is such a competitive place, right? Content creators are on the rise because social media is a thing now.
Yep.
For marketing, advertising, everything. What advice would you give someone that wants to pursue content creation, but they are stuck between pursuing stability and also chasing this passion of content creation? Because I know not everyone is as lucky to be doing content creation full time.
Yeah. I mean, of course, if we consider cost of living in Singapore is so hard to manage everything and juggle everything, and but it's not impossible to do it. My advice will be this: that at least start from. Everybody give the same advices, which I will give as well, but it's at the end of the day up to each individual how they take it. For me, one thing I knew, that I am going to run my business, and I will do it until the end. I didn't know which form my business will come in, but then when I knew that I'm doing a content creation, then I wanted to stick with it. And there are lots of time I was asking myself that I was doing such a okay job, why I had to leave that, start my own business, doing content creation. And sometimes, when you are doing live streams, or you getting like 1 view, 2 views and all these things, all disheartening, But if you stick to it, if you be consistent. If you say, like, as I said, as everybody say, just stick to it. Be consistent and don't give hope on that one day, you never know, you will be able to make it. But my other advice will be that don't go all into it. I also never went all in. I was still doing my job while I was doing live streaming and all that. You have to do some of the risk management, that how much risk you want to take, how much you can afford, how much risk you can afford to take as well. And if you do it correctly and create a one big goal, like, okay, this is my goal in 5 years, but to achieve that goal, you have to have a smaller goals as well. Okay, what will I will be achieving in 3 months and 6 months and 1 year, like this. So small goals, stay consistent. Nothing will come overnight. It will take time, it will take years. But at the end of the day, if you are doing it right, if you are enjoying it, then yeah, go ahead. You will be successful.
I think the enjoyment part is the most important one.
I mean, it's true, but sometimes I also don't enjoy my work. But I've said that I committed to it and I want to do this. I have decided it already that this is what I'm gonna do. So it doesn't matter if I enjoy or not, right? I have to do it. So yeah. Bit of the negativity here, but yeah, this is how it is.
No, it's keeping it real.
Keeping it real, keeping it clean for you.
All right, guys. So that was all about it for
Whoa. Wait. It's my show. I will end it.
Okay. Please go
So,
ahead.
I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, and I hope I have shared whatever my experience was. It will be helpful for you to apply for your own content creation journey, or you starting a business or whatever. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this episode. I tried my best to share my experiences with you guys, with my new host, Ryden. I think he did an okay job. We'll put in his performance review to see how it goes, if you get a raise or not, but he's been yawning a lot. So
Say that to the camera.
I think it was too boring for him to
it was
hear his
not.
boss talking about his colleagues and work. I hope you guys have enjoyed this podcast, and I am looking forward to hear from you guys, what you guys think and who you want to see next in our podcast. And if you enjoyed it, don't forget to drop a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for all the upcoming episodes and other reviews on our channel. I'll see you guys, or we will see you guys in the next, if he's still working with me. So we will see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye. Can, right?